I'm sorry about the difficulty, y'all. I've been having issues. I'm gonna let a few more people get in the building. Start the show. I got some things I gotta run around and take care of today. Okay, we got 4 people in the building. Let me check in on the chat. Hey, what's good, Adam? What's good? Let me see them lights go up too. Y'all step in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hey, Joe Show. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all get in this building. Alright, so today's show, the Democratic Nazi. Today's show is titled The Democratic Nazi. What's good, everybody? What's good? Again, I want to say I'm sorry for the show starting a little bit later than I intended it to. I've been trying to get everything up and running. You already know, before we start the show, I will say that some language on this show may be considered strong and offensive. Viewer's discretion is advised. If you are under the age of 18, this is not the show for you to view. Currently, the show has been put on an age restriction level. That way, we don't have to worry about any children or anything else. Yeah, you know how I do, man. You know how I do, man. Y'all know already, man. Y'all know already. I rock mics. I don't do the bronze. I just rock mics every day. Something fresh. You know what I'm saying? If you rock sneakers, then you know what these is already. I don't gotta tell you. All right, so today's show, the Democratic Nazi. Today we will break down just some of the history. I couldn't get everything in the link. I kept trying to post it through the laptop and get everything set up, but there was some issues, so that's what was holding me up. And I don't want to blame it on YouTube, but it just so happens every time I'm going to get ready to stream, there's this issue. But I promise you, as soon as this video is done and it's done posting, I will post the links in relation to into today's show. Uber guy on the check-in, my brother from another mother. I think that I think he hit me up about going to Philly this weekend. I think that might be doable. So I think that definitely might be doable. I think that he might need some hands out there with him, so we might have to go out there and go lay some hands out there. I think that might be doable. I think we might be doing Philly, y'all. So we're gonna be seeing what this weekend is looking like. I also want to say that anything on this show is that's used, whether it's a song in or a skit or a quick reference, it is done so with fair use. It is not done so in order for me to collect money off of it. So I have to also say that too. Alright. Now I'm going to break down the Democratic Nazi. So, as everyone knows, there has been an attack on Candace Owens. First of all, let me just get into this. If you notice, everybody that was outside, that you saw outside, that you saw attacking Candace, were all white liberal people. Why is it that when someone black or Hispanic decides to leave the Democratic Party, somehow it's cool for them to be attacked by anyone of any color, but especially by white individuals? These same white individuals are pointing to white conservatives, and they're telling you that white conservatives are racist, that white conservatives want to kill you, but it seems as if the narrative is currently showing something different. Okay? I'm pretty sure if you know your history of the Nazi Party, you know about the brown coats. You know that the Nazi Party used a paramilitary force to go in and force the Nazi rule, voice their opinions outside. Their protests were quickly quashed by the brown coats. Currently, we have the same thing happening, and it's being funded by a Nazi. And the Nazi name is George Soros. The same Nazi is funding a paramilitary group called Antifa. And this group is legally allowed to go to peaceful protests wearing riot gear. I'm not against anyone having a peaceful protest, but I'm against people going to a protest wearing riot gear. This can only give you the assumption that these people intend to cause other people physical harm. When you look at Portland, and you've seen the case in Portland where so many Antifa pussies wanted to stop brothers and sisters from going out and just enjoying their right to a free assembly. What is that telling you? That the same fuckboys that are telling you that they're against anti-fascism are actually fascists. They're actually fascists. They're actually communists. Because only in this place can you actually say that you find people who do shit like this. So let me ask you a question, people. Why is it that we can't state our opinions without being upset with one another? At what point does the same person say, I'm acting insane because I am upset because this person has a different opinion than mine? You do realize that you're not right about everything. You weren't right about the Russian collusion. You weren't right about Trump destroying the economy. You wasn't right about Trump being a racist. Shit, you wasn't right about Hillary Clinton. You wasn't right that she was the best pick for president. She's not president. And I'm not saying this to rub this in your face. I'm saying this to just give you some realistic looks at what, a realistic look at what is happening. I'm sorry, you guys. I have a lot going on, you know, and I'm trying to get it out there right now. People are being paid $25 an hour to go protest and destroy public property. As I've disclosed in the prison reform video, I've disclosed the numbers to you. More people are being arrested for property destruction and or property fraud and other related property crimes than they are for drugs. Okay? Now the problem is the people that are putting out these ads and paying protesters to protest should then themselves be arrested. A protest is something that only willing participants should participate in. It is not something that paid participants should participate in, because then it actually destroys the whole idea of what the persons are outside advocating for. When people are paid in order to protest, they are not there to protest a specific agenda. They are there to create problems. It is often seen in these ads that they are paying people more with the destruction of property. They're paying people more with the more destruction they create and the more disturbances they cause. So why is it that these individuals continuously are allowed to fund these individuals that are outside doing these things that they're doing? Why is it that the cop that stood there and watched these individuals invade Candace Owens' personal space did nothing until other police arrived or they started to have things thrown at them? We all have the right to free speech. Every last one of us. Every last American has the right to free speech. No one has the right to free harm. No one has the right to free evade your personal space. No one has the right to evade your personal space. Now here's the thing. I'm against anyone attacking any women. I'm against women having altercations outside, whereas they can't actually communicate with one another and just agree to disagree and walk off. And if you use obscenity, then fine. It's totally understandable. Sometimes that happens. But at no point should anyone cause any physical harm to one another. It's just absurd. I wonder what all the African Americans and Black Lives Matters people are saying right now, that this small black woman, who maybe is 5'2", 5'1", maybe 108 pounds, soaking wet. I wonder what protest they will say about her being attacked. I wonder how will they protest Antifa? Because if Black Lives, an upstanding citizen that has never degraded herself and/or caused a harmful reflection to her community, deserves to have that Lives Matters outside advocating for Antifa to be disassembled and to stop being funded by the same people that are funding Black Lives Matter. We wonder if they'll do this too. Don't hold your breath. The problem is, when you're black and you're free and you don't harbor hate in your heart and you realize that the enemy are the actual globalists, your eyes become open and your heart becomes bigger. The globalists have a set agenda. Not only to discredit people like Alex Jones, people like Tommy Sotomayor, people like Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Kanye West, Tony Montaga. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're out there. They're going to cut in on the feed on Uber Guy's show. They're going to cut in on the feed. They're going to cut in on the feed. If anybody that is activating you, to become a human, that is activating you to become a human, someone with compassion, someone with empathy, someone with, when the whole idea came about, the Democratic Party has come into your neighborhood, possibly kin from you, and after the illegal people from all over the globe. Some people come here and have legitimate claim to seeking an asylum, but it turns out that 9 out of 10 people arrested by ICE are criminals. So ICE is doing their job. When you have people saying abolish ICE, you have people saying abolish the federal government. And even with all the atrocities of the federal government in the J. Edgar Hoover era and the things that they have done, we can still fix our government because it belongs to us. This establishment has been corroded through the inside through globalists. The globalists have started interfering with both parties. They definitely had a hand in Bush's era. And if you're upset, then you can just get off of this show right now, because I'm going to tell you the truth and I'm going to tell you what it is. They destroyed both sides of the aisle and put both people in because they needed both people on both sides of the aisle to create theater events that would continuously have us picking a side with exactly the same agenda. Here it is, you have someone comes across and he's not a part of any secret CIA faction. He's not a part of the Trilateral Group, the Bilderberg Group. He's not, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group. He's not part of any of these things. He's not at all. Like, not anything at all. Like, not one thing at all. Not one. Why is it that Jeff Sessions hasn't cracked down on Antifa? Why is it that Jeff Sessions hasn't put out an investigation on George Soros and his practices with trying to destroy our great republic? I implore Alex Jones, our great patriot, and our general in the fight against globalists, because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there are a lot of people out there putting it all on the line, but no one is really getting hit as hard as Alex. You know why? Because no one is pushing the envelope as Alex. No one has been to Bohemian Grove. He could have lost his life doing that, man. You got to really think about this, man. He could have lost his life doing that, man. So when you have someone putting it on the line like that, he's earned his stripe as a general of this army. He's earned his stripes as the general of this army. So, you know, to Alex Jones, and he has the ear of the president. Alex, won't you talk to POTUS? Won't you ask him, why is it that Jeff Sessions is allowing this homegrown terrorist group to exist? Because this is how the Nazi Party started. Okay, nothing about the agenda of these liberals will actually work for this economy. And you'll see when I post in the links an hour from now the truth about socialism. The truth on how once this government, big government, continues to take everything they can from everybody, and they continuously tell you to keep working, once they have control over everything, Tifa, I know some part of you has to have human morals remaining. And I know that you're out there doing something wrong. I know that you're out there knowing that striking people and going to war and fighting people over what they say and believe is the most dumbest shit you can actually do with your time. Why is it that no one is coming up with any bills or policies that will help the current condition of our country? Why, instead of having so many people outside and you're spending millions of dollars on funding people to go outside to go protest, why aren't you funding millions of dollars to help find true immigration reform, true prison reform? Why aren't you taking these so-called Antifa soldiers and allowing them to go help homeless people, and allowing them to go help people who have lost their homes? Why aren't they doing that? How can they be patriotic when there are so many Americans that are liberals, that are fucked up in this country, that do not have the ability to feed their children on time, no matter how the government is trying to help them? Why aren't these guys going to shelters, seeing the conditions of the people that are multicolored and cultural? They're all sharing the same common space. Why is it so hard for people to tell you how they feel, and for you to accept that this is just their own opinion and it's their right? Their right. Their right through birth. Not just through the Constitution, but their right through life, to live. How can you claim that you are anti-fascist, but yet and still you attack people just because of how they feel? You can't say we're racist because black people are understanding what is happening. So we know who the racists are. So for you people that are outside being paid to go outside and do this dumb shit, I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't understand what's happening. But the shit you're doing, you're helping the Nazi movement. The George Soros Nazi movement. The same Nazis that procured the CIA, that infiltrated it and put people like George Bush in power. Pappy, if you don't know his name is Pappy, that was his nickname. I told you, America, we're ready for the government to tell us what's going on. We're ready to find out the deepest, darkest secrets, because this is the only way we're going to be able to heal our country. Should we already know? So why can't we as a strong nation take control of what's happening and stop these fucking cobras? I'll tell you why. Because of the news media. Because these ignorant individuals are lapped in luxury, and they think because of their immediate vicinity is secure that the future will be just the same for them. And I'm telling you right now, it's not. These people are fat. And you know what happens to the fattest animals on the farm? They die first. You know why they die first? Let me tell you why. In this case, these animals, once they realize it's their turn for them to be slaughtered first, they're going to tell everyone. They're going to try to. They're going to try to get it out as much as they possibly can. But it will be to no avail. It will definitely be too late. Because they will go to slaughter first. Because they would have had the information and the truth to stop it from happening, and they negated to do so. So they are, in fact, very, very dangerous. So they sit in these lapped up apartments. Look at this soybean bitch from CNN, the fat boy with the ball. He's going bald. His bald hair. He has little hair. Alex Jones did a show on him and showed him with his hair out how he really was before. So let me tell you what they did with this little hoe. He goes in and he says, "Hi, I'm trying to get a job, and I wanna." And they look at him and they say, "You look like a piece of shit. You look like you was smacked around your whole life, and you beat your dick every day, and you never smelled pussy. You look like a pussy, like a fucking pussy, like an ugly, nasty pussy on a cow. You look like a cow pussy. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? He on CNN. Sounds like a real bitch. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about? He's going bald right here, but has hair on the side still. Always attacking Trump." So this is what they did. They went and they got him, and others like Donna Lemonade, Brianna Stilter, because we don't give them their real name. It's Brianna. It's Brianna. It's Brianna. Brianna. It's Brianna. It's Brianna. That's what we're talking about. So they take people like Brianna and Donna Lemonade, and they get them all out of school, dusty and dirty and poor and owing money and financial aid, and they say, hey little bitch, look at you looking all pretty. You need a pimp in your life. That's what you need, bitch. You come over here and work with me, bitch. I'm gonna put you on something nice. I'm gonna shave your clothes for you and put you in some nice little monkey suits. Both you little bitches. And both you little bitches can work for me. And I'm gonna put some shit on the monitor, and all you little bitches gotta do is read it, and I'm gonna give you $500,000 a year. Can you bitches read? And here's Donna. I can read. Here's Brianna. I can read, but first we have to do something with my hair. So then they shave his hair down and try to make it seem like he's more authoritative, and he actually knows what he's talking about. And he's a piece of shit, fat cow, pussy-looking college fuckboy who came from fucking nowhere, who didn't know what it's like to grow up and where we grow up, who didn't know what it's like to bust his ass on the farm and pick up shit and put it in pails in order to get it ready so he could ship it out. He didn't know what it's like to grow in the fucking projects and smell piss in the fucking hallways when you're going in the motherfucking elevator. He don't know what it's like to grow up in Philly and walk down the motherfucking streets and see people motherfucking drawn, brothers motherfucking killing brothers. But he don't know what it's like. He don't know what it's like. He don't know what it's like to go to Seattle and see how people are afraid of the police contact there, or how people are afraid of the contact down there in the South. He's not aware of it. He's not aware of the tension. These fuck boys wouldn't ride the train if you paid them to by themselves. I guarantee it. The fake call-ins talking about someone claim they would shoot you or take your life. You fat fucking fuck boy. No one's gonna take your life. No one wants to take your life away from you, you stupid bitch. What's wrong with you? But maybe, just maybe, the person that should have was the bitch that milked you. You calf fuckboy. The whore that birthed you is the person that should have made sure she used abortion. That's the only time I agree to abortion. Was a time when it should have been done when you was motherfucking being created. You're a piece of shit. Every last one of you motherfuckers in the media, you snob motherfuckers, sit up there, you collect all this money, you get on these private jets, you go on these vacations, you get to fuck little babies in the ass, and all type of fuck shit like that. All so you can lie to people, so in the end, the people that you care about are gonna die anyway. They're gonna end up in fucking ovens. Every last one of them. But I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna die protecting this shit. I don't give a fuck who or what is gonna try to stop me. Prison won't stop me from being a legend. Death won't stop me from being a legend. I truly don't give a fuck no more. And that's the problem, man. That's the problem. Y'all not understanding it. Y'all not understanding that every time you sit there and you say the dumb shit you saying fuck everybody that realize you's a fucking liar anyway. Yogi Bear get more fucking ad space than you do. CNN. Nobody watching that shit. That shit is free at the airports. And motherfucker was to sit there and rather watch Yogi fucking Bear than watch you. How fake could you be? You cry a lot. But I don't see nothing happening in terms of you coming up with comprehensive policies that will help be effective. And furthermore, you fuckboys aren't supposed to be giving us your opinion. You're supposed to be giving us the facts in the news. Not your fucking opinion. Not what sources are saying and reporting. Because that shit is horse shit. The problem is you turned the whole world to a bunch of motherfucking gossiping bitches. That's it. Because all the news is now is a bunch of fucking gossip. You gossip about everything. Even the fucking weather. You fucking whores. You can't even tell me when it's gonna rain correctly. You fucking bitches. You're worth nothing. Shit. Absolutely nothing. This is the reason why new media taking over. Danny Williams, Danny Williams, Danny Williams, Danny Williams. I came here to put my big black balls on your couch. I came here to Rick James your shit up. You think I'm playing with you motherfuckers? Why is it a problem for someone to have an opinion and be able to voice it? Since when did that become a capital offense? Since when did that become an offense worth being punished for physically? Since when has that been an offense to not being able to eat? Why the fuck are being accosted out of restaurants that they are paying in order to attend? Doesn't matter who the fuck the owner is. The law is the law. I was born here. No one asked me when I was born here if I want to follow these laws. If these are laws that I agreed to. These are the laws that were fucking set and I had to go by them. And I'm not fucking complaining. All the white liberals you see outside attacking black people because black people don't want to be democratic are fucking racist. That's what they are. Because real Democrats aren't fucking outside fighting. I tell you what they're doing. They're trying to figure out how the fuck can they fix their party because their party has been destroyed by the fucking Clinton machine and Clinton News Network and MSNBC and ABC and CBS. You fucking crybabies. You have dusty old bitches like Maxine, like Maxi Pad Water, run around telling people to find people that agree with Trump from his cabinet, or just periodically agree with them and push back on them. What the fuck you think pushback mean? That's a physical assault. Why hasn't she been arrested for inciting a fucking riot and or physical harm on fucking Americans? Why is this bitch still employed? How does she still have a fucking job? How many of my patriots out there to start getting themselves ready? And I don't mean armed with firearms. I mean ready, like exactly ready to start getting up. We're doing this Million Trump March come December. We will be there in December. We will be so deep that the whole world will understand that these news agencies are liars. That's what we're gonna do. Because the only way to prove them wrong is to prove us right. And the only way to prove us right is by honest might. Is a show by honest love. Is an overpouring of support for our president who they're trying to fucking take out. To remove him out of office so they can end up killing him. Look at what's happening around you, man. They shot Reagan and made him get in pocket. Popped his little ass, made him get in pocket, and then that's when he started to fall in line. Because before that, he wasn't falling in line with this shit. He was trying his best to stay true. They smoked JFK, killed him in broad daylight in front of a whole bunch of Americans, and he was shot at over 16 times that day. And somehow they tell you a bullet that has no ballistic marks on it turned in the air, left through him, went in him, left back out through him, hit Governor Colony, went through his wrist, shot through his wrist, out his wrist, and then went in his leg. This is a bunch of bullshit. Okay? No one is as dumb as they used to be. And you can't continue to push a narrative that every American with any common sense understands is completely false. You have conditioned the human being currently in this country of the far, far left to be insane, unstable, and no longer democratic. They are, in fact, the new Nazi party. And this Nazi party isn't a party based off of a person's religious background, because Hitler killed Jews. He based their ideals off of their religious beliefs. So this is not that. This is a Nazi party that is attacking you on thought, on the right to be free, on the right to love, on the right to provide, on the right to control your government. These people are young, dumb, and uneducated in the sense of that they are honestly either being paid to attend these rallies or these violent protests, or they adamantly feel in their hearts that they are right or what it is that they're doing. And to these individuals, how can you feel right about attacking someone because they feel right about how they feel also? I tell you what, I dare Antifa to come to Brooklyn, New York, because that's the one place they're not going to come. That's the one place you don't see Antifa. Antifa don't come here. They don't come here. I promise you they do not come here. I promise you they do not come here. I promise you that shit does not exist here. Antifa will get fucked up coming to Brooklyn. I promise you that much. I promise you that much. Let Trump come to the Barclays Center to speak. And I want to see Antifa downtown Brooklyn. On my life, you will see these fuckboys not there or getting fucked up. I promise you that. You will never ever. And when they do, there's no problems. They on some, I'm peaceful and I'm on some peaceful shit too, bro. They don't want no problems. Because it isn't until by themselves or with a small group of whites and they're together, or a small group of whites by themselves, and maybe one black guy, two black guys, that they feel strong enough to actually go over there and try to do something. I want to send all my love and support to all the patriots out there that are protecting guys like me and all the sisters, you know, that's out there, you know, that are trying to get the word out there, and that's trying to push the truth to everybody that's out there. I see you guys, you know, taking heads, putting them to sleep, you know, taking hits yourselves, you know, going to the hospital, putting it on the line for us, and it's a lot of love that we got for you, man. I want to tell you that we're grateful for that, man. You don't see Antifa there. Every time you see a celebrity, you've seen them on the Democratic side of the aisle. How many celebrities you seen trying to come out for Trump? Let's be honest. And as soon as the black celebrities came out for Trump, what happened? They was ready to take Steve Harvey's show away. They kind of took him off of Family Feud for a little bit, but when he denounced Trump, he got his job back. What is that? What is that if that's not a Nazi move? Denzel said he should have a chance. You know why Denzel said that? Because Denzel's realistic. For all those who are out there saying they want a new social reform and socialist government, I can tell you something that will make it very easy for you, and you will have exactly what you want. You want a socialist government, I want you to have a socialist government too. If you want to be a part of a socialist government, I want you to be a part of a socialist government too. So here's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to help give you guys tickets to move to Venezuela. Because it's just not here for you, baby. It's just not here for you, baby. It's not going to do for you, baby. It's not here for you, baby. Can't do it for you, baby. We're going to help you go to Venezuela. We're going to help you go to Brazil. So you can live in the lap of poorness. You know what it feels like to not have shit. Whenever you give the government control and you ask for socialism, they will retain all private entities and public entities. They will retain them for government consumption. They will exhaust the resources out of them, and when they are done, that means that people don't have anything. You have been sitting here going every month to this mailbox collecting this check, and you have been conditioned to believe that somehow they are protecting you and helping you when they are actually hurting you. In no way, shape, or form should any able American want for anyone to pay for their health care. One, that's a very intrusive thing to do, to have the government have files and or information on your blood type and your illnesses. Because if the government ever does decide to go rogue, they can use this information to find you and harm you. Quick. I don't think that Dave Chappelle actually denounced him. I just think that he kind of said that he's not for him, but he said he still have a chance. Who was in Venezuela? Who was in Venezuela that advocated for socialism? I'm gonna give you some notes. It was Danny Glover. Where is he now? Check out his financial condition. It was Sean Penn, and I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna get to Sean Penn too. And it was a Spanish guy. Forgot his name. It was a Spanish guy. I should have wrote it down in my notes, but I just kind of put things in there to touch down on. But it was a Spanish guy, Belafonte. So it was Harry Belafonte. So it was an Italian guy, Harry Belafonte. They all praised socialism, and they all praise Venezuela, and Venezuela is currently a shithole. Hold on, you guys, please. So they all agreed on socialism, and they all agreed on that shithole. That's what they all agreed on. Sean Penn is a government informant. Sean Penn is the reason why El Chapo right now is arrested and caught up. El Chapo went to meet Sean Penn, and Sean Penn gave him up to the government, and that's how the government got El Chapo. Now, I'm not an advocate of El Chapo, but what I am an advocate of is common sense, if you can have it in common, and the truth. And the truth is, Sean Penn works for the government. He is a CIA informant, and he's pushing their narrative, and that's the reason why they caught El Chapo, was because of Sean Penn. No ifs and buts about it. Sean Penn works for the government. Sean Penn works for the globalists. That's what he does. They silenced Danny Glover, sat his little broke ass down somewhere, and now you don't even hear anything else about him. Because he done sold out enough already. When you looking at selling out, and you looking at selling out, and the people who sell out, you know, it really breaks my heart to tell you that Jay-Z is a sellout. It breaks my heart to tell you that Jay-Z is a sellout. Sat there and took him and his wife $60 million to promote this crooked ass piece of garbage, knowing that she, in fact, he comes out with a documentary on prison about a kid who died and killed himself. And in the same breath, he is supporting Hillary Clinton for president of the United States of America. Can you believe this guy? In the same breath, he is supporting Hillary Clinton for president of the United States of America. He is supporting the direct person that is directly culpable with the condition in which this young black man killed himself. And he is advocating, he has advocated for her to become president of the United States of America. Can you believe it? You guys know what this is out there. You still got things coming for the show and everything else. We working. We working. So yeah, soon we'll be out in these streets. As you can see, the stuff here. We'll be out in these streets and we'll be taking it to the max out here. It breaks my heart to say that. $60 million. That's to the tune of what black people are worth nowadays. When you want to sell out your culture, you sell them out for $60 million. No, this is actually it's a Scorpion. It allows me to put my cameras and the mic and everything on top of it. So when I'm doing shooting outside, it allows me to actually hold the camera and one of the mics all together. So the post office in Brooklyn, New York on St. John's Place stole my MacBook Pro from me. This is the third package that this post office has stolen from me. So now I have to open up another investigation on another postal employee for stealing something that belongs to me. I was a huge fan of Jay-Z, and it just really, really hurts to have to sit here and expose him for what he is, because he's a straight sellout. He's a straight sellout. Straight decided to sell us out, and there's no reprisal from the black community. No one rapping is asking him, why did you endorse Hillary Clinton when it's clear she was crooked? No one asks him these questions. Why is it okay for you to be attacked because of your opinion? I'll tell you why. Because when your opinion is right, the people that are wrong don't want you to be right. That's why. The people that are throwing blacks in jail at a high rate don't want whites to put an end to it, because of them to be able to continuously rape the poor people of this country. You know, the poor and the middle class. Because the middle class isn't safe from being molested by this legal system, by laws that were created by Democrats. Every time you think of a law that hindered any American when it comes to prison reform, you think of a Democrat. You don't think much of Republicans. Republicans, you'll think that they were harsh. People will say that all the time. They were harsh. Republicans. They destroyed the black family. They just got in the third, and no, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No. The Democrats destroyed the black family. That's who destroyed the black family. They gained their votes in the 1930s when the blacks didn't even want to give it to them because of something called the New Deal. That didn't work, black people. I need people out here to wake up, man. I need you to seriously wake up and start questioning the things that you are hearing. And when you hear dumb shit, just walk away from it. I need people to see things I need people to stand up when they see things being done wrong to innocent people, especially the women, children, and old people. Because no woman should feel unsafe going outside, especially when it's her right to go outside, and especially when it's her right to go outside and say what she wants to say. This woman is invited, and I'm in reference to Candace Owens. This woman is invited to speak. She is paid for her opinion and for her to express the facts in which she knows them, and she is watched via YouTube like I am, because there are people who actually want to hear what it is that she has to say. So for those that do not agree with her opinion, and you may not like her approach, with all due respect, I respect you not agreeing with her, but I disrespect you for feeling the need and or right to attack her verbally and or physically. Um, Invading anyone's space because they have an opinion is something that a Nazi would do. That is not something that an American would do. If you want to go to a socialist country, you do not have to remain here. This is a very, very big world, and there is a communist regime in other places. And I have a friend of mine whose sister, she moved to China. Like, she lives in China. She likes it in China. So, I mean, she's still an American kind of, sort of, but I don't know how that works, but she likes it. She has a Chinese husband. This is a black woman. She likes it. So, you might like it. Stop complaining. All the money that you're making protesting, leave the bats and sticks and shit at home. Show your face, collect your money, then take your money and get the fuck out of here. Go to another country. You'll have a couple dollars, nice amount of money saved up, but once they get their hands on it, you'll see how the fuck it feels. But don't try to come back. Stay where you are. Remain there and try to make it better. Go there and speak and talk good and try to uprise with the people, and maybe you'll become the president of that country, and maybe you'll be able to invoke real social change, and then maybe we'll say we're wrong when we see your leadership, or maybe you'll fail, because it's most likely to happen. The reason why capitalism exists because it allows each and every individual to become an enterprise within their own selves. It allows them to have the financial responsibility and or freedom to be able to maintain a household and the American dream, which is raising a family and living a prosperous and happy life and providing so the country can grow as a whole. So the children that you leave behind have something that they themselves can leave to their children too. It's time that we wake up, people. It's time that we wake up and we start really. And you see someone there, you're a protector. I know what they're trying. Pull the masks off their face. Expose these people, because they know what they're doing and they're ashamed of it. That's the reason why they're covering their face. No one who wants to protest wants to hide who they are, because essentially they're hiding their voice altogether. Anyone with any ill intent would only cover their face and protect their heads from being attacked. I'm gonna say some things you're not gonna agree with, people, and I'm not gonna be able to beat everybody I fight. I'm gonna hurt everybody I fight, but I don't want to have to fight everybody. I don't want to have to knock people out. I don't want to have to get up from where I'm eating with my lady and then get up and have to punch her in the face. I'm not Candace Owens' boyfriend, whoever that guy was. If it was me, and this is no disrespect to him, I would have gotten up, and as soon as someone would have came in our physical space, I would have took it as a threat, and I would have defended myself, and I would have laid the person out. Anyone raising their hands with their arms up has the ability to strike you. And your first instinct as a human is self-preservation, y'all know what I mean. It's self-preservation. And if you can't preserve your own, if you can't preserve your own life as a man, then how can you honestly sit there and call yourself a man? And secondly, when you're with a woman, your first instinct then is to preserve her life. In no way, shape, or form should she have been outed to where people could have physically came to her. You should have been in front of her, shielding her. And if anything would have happened, then it should have happened to you first. No bullhorn should have been able to been that close to her. We have to start protecting our females. I don't want to be disrespectful to the brothers out there that aren't tough, you know, but it's okay to get hit in the face. You know, scars heal. It won't make you look like less of a man if a bunch of people are attacking you to protect your woman. I think that's kind of like the best thing that anybody could possibly do. You feel me? You don't have to be tough in order to be brave. Bravery is something that comes when it's something that you have to do that you necessarily don't want to do. And it's a job that other people wouldn't necessarily want in the first place. That's why people like me are considered brave. But for me, I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm at a point where I'm not afraid to die. You people covering your face, you think you're having fun now, but if you go about things the way that you are, you're going to end up in ovens. This is exactly how the Nazi Party started. It started with the attack on free speech and the procurement of the media, which then promoted the propaganda of the Nazi movement. And somehow they continuously told one people that another side of people weren't as good as the others, and they continuously made jabs at them. Consequently, they have been telling you on the media that if you are a Republican or on the right side, that you are all alt-right, or any alt-right members who seem to believe that they have power within their own communities themselves are all the enemy. Simultaneously, they're telling you that you are allowed to have black power, and you are allowed to feel like alienating people around you is okay. And also, at the same time, that those people who don't agree with you are actually the enemy, and now you can actually physically harm them and nothing will happen to you. They are telling you that laws which protect this country and law enforcement officers which protect this country are no longer needed, and they're telling you that the established republic on which we stand is no longer a foundation on which they want to be a part of. The sad thing is, there are a great number of things that these individuals can do in order for them to feel comfortable with the things that they want in their lives. If they want to live in a place where it is social and everyone is free to do whatever they want, eat what they want, there are a number of other continents, and you told them you want to go and remove your citizenship, they probably pay you out and let you go if you're going to Venezuela. Like, you can just go with no problem whatsoever. If you want to be around Indians, and you can go to India. If you want to be under a communist regime where you can't have free speech and you don't want guns and you don't want guns in homes, and move to China. Move to China. You have to really think about how many other solutions there are to the problems that you currently have. Because being here where people are here, it isn't cool. Guys, I'm going to end this show. I want to tell you guys, thank you for coming in. I'm not going to stay long. Stay American, stay safe, stay healthy. Uber guy, I love you to death. You know, you brother from another mother. I want to thank all my commentators. Annie, you know, you the first lady here. You're holding it down. Tria, shout out to you. Rizal, shout out to you. Eternal Flow, shout out to you. Live Free or Die, shout out to you. Walter, David, shout out to you. Adrian, Anastasia, you my fucking brother for life, shout out to you. Age of Reason, shout out to you. Bug 5353. Shout out to you, Activist Granny. You know you the mother of all mothers. You the mama of this channel. We love you here, man. Shout out to you. Annie, shout out to you. Holly, shout out to you. Lance, the fisherman, shout out to you. The Real Truth, shout out to you. New York Cat, shout out to you. Jen, shout out to you. Kevin, shout out to you. I want to tell y'all, man, I love y'all to death, man. Thank you for tuning in. Anyone that has donated to PayPal, everything else, it is greatly appreciated. We are still accepting donations. We are taking that so we can make sure that we are in DC come September. We will use all donations to be able to visit the country and go places to get the shooting done, you know, as far as the camera is concerned. And I'm still waiting on the rest of the stuff. As you've seen, I was just sitting here. Stuff was coming. By Friday, most of the stuff should be here. Make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell icon, and stay in for the come up. Usually I do a lot of chatting, getting in the chat, but I got a lot of stuff to take care of. I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. Stay safe.